You can't call yourself an anime fan if you haven't heard of Dragon Ball Z yet. This super popular anime aired from April 26, 1989 to January 31, 1996, featuring a total of 291 episodes, and is still loved and appreciated by fans all around the world. Dragon Ball Z is one of the many sequels of Dragon Ball, and it features the life of Goku after he's all grown up. Before we dive right in, here's a little context. It has been 5 years since Goku won the World Martial Arts Tournament. He's enjoying a peaceful life with his beautiful wife and a son until one day an unknown alien named Raditz appears. From this point on, Goku's life takes a 180-degree turn, and the champion now has a duty to protect Earth and the people he loves from powerful Saiyans. As we will be featuring the adult Goku in this video, it is important that we get to know a little about Goku as a kid and all his misdemeanors which led him to this life. Before becoming the strongest being in the universe, Goku was an ordinary boy and the only Saiyan on Earth who lived alone in the woods. One day, he encountered a girl named Bulma, who was on a quest to find the 7 Dragon Balls. Turns out, these balls are set to grant one wish to whoever collects all 7. Together, they go on a journey, traveling to different places in their quest to locate the remaining Dragon Balls and make Bulma's wish to get a handsome boyfriend come true. Along the way, they crossed paths with an old man named Master Roshi, took Goku under his wing and trained him for the World Martial Arts Tournament. And to Roshi's surprise, Goku actually won the tournament. It all starts with an alien ship landing on Earth. The farmer nearby goes to check the fate of his cows. However, an unknown alien emerges from the ship and unveils his intention to find someone called Kakaroto. At the Kame house, the unknown alien makes his way towards Piccolo. After making a deadly attack and seeing how the alien remained unscratched, Piccolo knows he isn't someone to mess with. Their fight gets interrupted by the scouter informing the alien about the Kakaroto's location. Bulma, along with Master Roshi and Krillin, are present at the Kame house. Goku introduces his son Gohan to everyone. Their happy reunion soon ends when an unknown alien arrives, called Raditz. He informs Goku that he is one of his brothers who was sent to Earth to destroy it. After telling Goku that he is one of the only 4 Saiyan alive, Raditz seeks his help to destroy the other nearby planets. Goku, however, refuses, resulting in Raditz kidnapping his son Gohan. Later, Piccolo arrives and offers his assistance to Goku, and both of them make their way towards Raditz. Gohan gets locked inside a space pod and starts demonstrating his unlimited potential, making his power level rise. Raditz anticipates the arrival of Goku and Piccolo using his scouter, but at the same time, he is shocked seeing Gohan's level 710. Soon after, the brutal battle begins. Goku and Piccolo seem to be having trouble fighting Raditz. After attacking them with a special attack called Double Sunday, he mocks the 2 injured warriors. After getting beaten up by Raditz, both of them knew that their usual powers were not enough. Thankfully, Piccolo has an ace up his sleeve and requests Goku to buy him some time and fight that monster single-handedly. Piccolo takes his time to prepare and blasts Raditz with an attack called a special beam cannon. Unfortunately, Raditz ends up dodging it seamlessly. The one-sided pounding continues until Raditz suddenly notices something odd from the space pod he had locked Gohan in. The space pod cracks and Gohan emerges. Raditz reads Gohan's level, and currently his level is way above his own. Gohan hits Raditz on his chest, however, loses all his powers doing so. Raditz takes this opportunity to try and finish Gohan off, but Goku restricts him, allowing Piccolo to use a special beam cannon once more. Goku gets hit by Piccolo's attack as well, resulting in his demise. They plan to bring back Goku using the powers of Dragon Ball. Raditz, after finding out about the Dragon Balls, informs his other 2 partners, Vegeta and Nappa, who begin their journey toward Earth. Bulma, Master Roshi, and Krillin also arrive at the scene to say their goodbyes to Goku. Kami preserves Goku's body for resurrection and takes him to King Yemma, where he decides to train under King Kai. King Yemma also trained under King Kai once. and after getting the king's permission, Goku is taken to a route called the 1,000,000-kilometer Snake Way, which connects King Yemma's palace to King Kai's realm. Piccolo, after seeing Gohan's surprising ability, decides to take him away and further research on his one-trick ability. Piccolo leaves Gohan alone in the wasteland, giving him 6 months of time to survive on his own. Meanwhile, Goku tries to leap the sections of Snake Way, but calms down quickly after experiencing a dangerous situation. Krillin arrives at Goku's house to give the news of his demise to his wife, Chi-Chi, and her father, Ox King. However, all the courage leaves his body, which results in him not telling them regarding Goku's situation. After experiencing all the dangers, including getting chased by a T-Rex, Gohan goes to sleep with an empty stomach. Luckily, Piccolo ends up giving him some apples to eat. After failing the simple task, Krillin returns to the Kame house. Soon, both Chi-Chi and Ox King also arrive and are startled after hearing the news of Goku's demise. Afterward, Yajirobe arrives and informs them that Korin has ordered all the Z fighters to train under Kami to counter the upcoming threats. On the other hand, Gohan turns into a great ape after waking up. Piccolo manages to calm him down by removing his tail, but this encounter is enough to scare him about how powerful the other upcoming threats might be. Gohan gets chased by various animals, including crocodiles and panthers. Unexpectedly, he finds himself in an underground palace. While strolling around, he runs into a robot, which starts working after he presses a button. The robot tells him to stop bothering him and put him in standby mode. However, soon they become friends, and during a desperate attempt to help the robot, Gohan makes the cave collapse. Well done. The robot throws Gohan out of the cave and gets crushed by all the debris. Gohan tries his best to save him by pressing all the available buttons, but sadly, it is too late. After falling from the top of a tree, Gohan ends up hurting himself. He applies a medicine which he learned how to make from his dad. Krillin visits Yamcha, a baseball player, and tells him about Goku's demise. He also informs him about their training with Kami, and Yamcha starts to look forward to it. On the other hand, Gohan notices a wounded dinosaur and applies the same medicine on his wounds. While Gohan is finding food for the dinosaur, the friendly dinosaur becomes food of the same T-Rex that previously attacked Gohan. The T-Rex flicks Gohan away with his tail, knocking him out. After waking up, Gohan finds nothing but the bones of his dinosaur friend. While Gohan is enjoying breakfast, the same T-Rex appears, but Gohan manages to knock him unconscious and chops off its tail and eats it. Piccolo, who is watching from afar, is quite impressed. Meanwhile, Vegeta and Nappa arrive at an unknown planet. The king of the planet declined their request to hand over the planet and attacks them with his minions. Vegeta and Nappa flawlessly wipe out all his minions and later the king. Vegeta fires a Gallic beam at the planet, completely and utterly destroying it. Tien and Chaozu are working hard in order to get strong enough to beat Goku. At the same time, Piccolo trains his telekinesis by making the pyramid float, but ends up losing control and cracks the continents in half. Gohan, who is chasing the T-Rex, ends up getting swallowed by the cracks caused by Piccolo. However, he manages to get out just in time before the crack closes. Krillin arrives and tells Tien about Goku's demise and the upcoming threat. Meanwhile, Goku gets a lift from the street cleaning truck. Goku accidentally falls on Snake's way into hell. He meets two ogres called Goz and Mez. Goz challenges Goku to a wrestling match and promises to tell him the way to Snake Way if he loses. After a crushing defeat, he tries to launch Goku multiple times, but the invisible barrier always stops him from going any further. Mez arrives and challenges Goku to catch him. Goku, who is unable to catch him, comes across a tree bearing the fruit of King Yemma. Mez starts to chase Goku in order to take back the fruit, but Goku uses this opportunity to catch him instead. Later, he shows him the way up, but the way only leads him to King Yemma's desk, also known as the starting point of the Snake Way. Now he has to cross the Snake Way again from the start. On the Snake Way, Goku comes across a house. It takes a serpent form and sucks Goku in. Once inside, the servants tell him that it is Princess Snake's house. The princess gives him tons of food with sleep-inducing weeds, but it has no effect on Goku. After Afterward, she offers him a juice with the same effect, which makes him fall asleep instantly. They bring out a mirror and peek into Goku's memories. Soon after, the Princess Snake nearly eats Goku, but he gains consciousness and tries to finish her off. But after remembering the food she offered him, he decides not to eliminate her and manages to escape her body by tangling herself up. On the other hand, the Z fighters have started training under Kami to face the upcoming threat. Piccolo starts to train his body by fighting a clone of himself. After a while, he remembers his fight with Raditz and decides to take his training to another level. He makes yet another clone and fights the identical twin clones, whereas Gohan climbs on top of a mountain and gazes over the whole ocean. He decides to escape the hellish training by making a wooden boat. Once in the ocean, everything is going smoothly until a storm suddenly appears. Huge waves cause Gohan to struggle and water starts piling up inside the boat. Due to the rain clouds and heavy lightning, Piccolo loses Gohan's location. The huge waves end up engulfing Gohan and his little toy boat. Gohan's ship crashes, making him unconscious. Luckily, he is saved by a group of orphans who have been living on their own. Gohan returns the favor by helping them fight against the adults who are trying to take the kids to an orphanage. After a while, the adults turn with their leader, and the leader decides to give Gohan a ride to his home while making all the other kids stay at an orphanage. He drops Gohan near his house, and just as he is about to reach his house and meet his mom after a long time, Piccolo arrives and makes Gohan understand the purpose of his training. Gohan understands and decides to head back to the wilderness to continue his training. Piccolo starts giving Gohan fighting lessons. All the other warriors are also trained to defend the Earth from the invaders. They all complain and tell Kami to train them the same way he once trained Goku. Kami takes them to a room called the Pendulum Room. They all are transported to another place with a red sky. Soon, 2 Saiyan arrive and the fight commences. Chaozu gets knocked out fairly quickly and Krillin follows. Tien and Yamcha, the only 2 left, decide to go all out but fail to hurt even one of the Saiyans. After arriving at the room again, Kami tells them that the 2 Saiyan approaching Earth are stronger than the ones in the practice room, and all the warriors make up their mind to train even harder. At night, Gohan dreams of Goku's fight against Raditz. Piccolo hears Gohan screaming and makes his way towards him. Gohan attacks Piccolo, and this time he is performing better than usual. Piccolo splits into 2 and uses the other clone to observe Gohan. He soon realizes that Gohan's tail has grown once again. Meanwhile, Master Roshi, Bulma, and Oolong are celebrating their achievement of gathering all the Dragon Balls. Piccolo manages to trap Gohan in an electricity web, but unexpectedly Gohan transforms into a great ape. Piccolo manages to bring him back by smashing Goku's old space capsule and later removes his tail. Meanwhile, Goku manages to reach the end of Snake Way and finds a small planet. He flies to the planet and comes across a monkey. Believing the monkey is King Kai, he asks for food and starts acting all goofy, thinking that it might be how King Kai trains. Afterwards, the real King Kai arrives and introduces himself to Goku. King Kai tells Goku that he is willing to train him if Goku manages to make him laugh. Goku tries to make some dad jokes, eventually succeeding in making the king laugh. The first task King Kai gave Goku is to catch his monkey called Bubbles, but in 10G gravity. While Goku trains hard, his son is also giving his best. Piccolo praises his improvement but also realizes that he still must train a lot more. While sitting around a fire, Gohan invites Piccolo to his birthday party. Piccolo gets annoyed by the sentimental talk and tells Gohan to stop being a nuisance. After 3 weeks of continuously chasing the monkey, Goku manages to finally catch Bubbles in 10G gravity. This accomplishment impresses King Kai, and he becomes hopeful that Goku might be able to master the Kaioken technique. For his next training, King Kai hands him a sledgehammer, and his task is to hit a grasshopper with lightning-fast speed. While eating dinner, King Kai tells him about how Saiyan used to live with Tuffles on planet Vegeta. The Saiyans attacked all the Tuffles by transforming into great apes. Soon after, they became friends with a nearby planet and were given the task of finding a better planet for them to live on. The Saiyans started destroying planets one by one until the god of planet Vegeta became unhappy and destroyed their planet, leaving only 4 Saiyans to survive. Kami dismisses the Dragon Team as their training has finished. After working hard for 2 consecutive weeks, Goku is finally able to hit the grasshopper with his sledgehammer. Seeing his progress, King Kai is now confident that his student can learn the Kaioken technique. After completing his training, Goku contacts Master Roshi telepathically through King Kai and tells him to revive him using the Dragon Balls. Master Roshi releases the dragon and asks Shenron if he can wish for Saiyans to be defeated. However, after finding out that such wishes are not accepted, he ends up wishing for Goku to come back to life. King Kai gifts Goku his new G, which has the ability to deflect small attacks. Goku starts his journey back to the start of the Snake Way. The next day, Vegeta and Nappa arrive at the Earth and all the warriors instantly recognize the high energy level of Saiyans. Vegeta scolds Nappa for his dumb decisions, as there was a chance of the Dragon Ball to be destroyed alongside the city. Afterward, they use their scouters to find the person responsible for Raditz' demise. They fly towards the location where the signal came from. Krillin goes to visit Piccolo and Gohan, and soon after, the 2 Saiyan also arrive. Piccolo takes a fighting stance, making Nappa access his power level and mock him afterwards. Vegeta tells him to remove his scouter as the Earthlings are able to increase their level on will. Nappa takes out a container and plants some seeds in the ground. The seeds made 6 Saibamen emerge from the ground. The battle between the 8 of them versus the 3 of them commences. Tien and Chaozu also arrive and join the fight against the Saibamen. Later, Yamcha also arrives and is pumped to test out his new abilities. The Z fighters agree to fight the 6 Saibamen until Goku arrives. Tien is the first to fight and wins his fight against the Saibamen. Yamcha is the next to fight, and after defeating one, he becomes overconfident and challenges the remaining Saibamen. The Saibaman catches him and self-destructs, eliminating the both of them. Bulma, who was watching the fight on the TV, bursts into tears after witnessing Yamcha's demise. However, there still is a possibility to bring him back to life using the Dragon Balls. Krillin loses his cool and is angered at Yamcha's demise. Krillin defeats the 3 Saibamen while Piccolo handles the last one. Nappa comes forward and challenges the Z warriors on his own. Piccolo fires a blast, but unfortunately Nappa dodges it and kicks Piccolo in a counterattack. Later, Nappa begins to power up and his power level ascends. This time, Nappa chooses Tien as his opponent, and a single punch severs Tien's arms. Chaozu uses the confusion and sticks himself on Nappa's back. Nappa tries his best to make Chaozu lose his grip, but he doesn't give up. Chaozu telepathically says his goodbyes to Tien and self-destructs. Unexpectedly, Nappa once again comes out unscratched. Chaozu's sacrifice was all in vain, as Nappa was able to put up his defense after realizing his intentions at the last second. The battle is already leaning in favor of the Saiyans. 2 members of the Z Warriors have already been eliminated, and Goku has only crossed the halfway point of the Snake Way. Later, Goku arrives at the check-in station and he realizes that he needs to hurry as the fight has already begun and is not going in favor of his friends. Tien loses his cool after losing his friend and begins to fight Nappa single-handedly. However, with only one arm, Tien is at a disadvantage and Nappa continues his one-sided pounding. Vegeta, after hearing about Goku, becomes interested and waits for his arrival. Their surprise attack fails after Gohan gets scared of fighting the Saiyans. Piccolo and Krillin use Triform, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on Nappa. Tien uses all his life force to make a final attack, but fails to finish off Nappa, resulting in his demise. Vegeta gets curious about Goku and stops Nappa from fighting any further. He gives them 3 hours to wait for Goku's arrival while simultaneously mocking him for not being able to win against Raditz. Nappa notices a news crew filming them from afar and follows them to the news campsite. He eliminates everyone present. Afterward, the good-for-nothing Naval and Air Force arrive, but as expected, they are nothing compared to Nappa and end up getting obliterated by his hands. Nappa continues to be a menace and destroys more cities. The 3-hour time is finally over, and Nappa joins Vegeta at the battlefield. Piccolo plans to grab Nappa's tail and attack him, whereas Goku arrives at the check-in station and with the help of Kami is teleported back to Earth. They try to put their plan to work, but Nappa and Vegeta are already aware of their weakness and have managed to overcome it. Nappa beats Piccolo and makes his way toward Gohan. Krillin intervenes and throws a Destructo Disc at him. Nappa enrages, and as he is about to finish him off, everyone senses Goku's presence and is surprised by his sudden increase in powers. Vegeta uses his scouter and is startled after reading that Goku's power level is at 5,000. His cocky face quickly disappears and orders Nappa to finish off everyone present before his arrival. Nappa moves forward to eliminate Gohan for good, but ends up getting kicked in the face by him. His anger increases tenfold after getting kicked by a kid. Nappa powers up and fires a Bomber DX at Gohan. Piccolo arrives at the last second and takes the blast himself, saving Gohan's life. Seeing his teacher meet his demise, Gohan fires up and tries to fight Nappa on his own, but just as he is about to be crushed by Nappa, he finds himself on a flying Nimbus. It is thanks to Goku, who arrives and saves his son in the nick of time. Seeing all his friends who are eliminated during the fight enrages Goku, and his power level rises up to 9,000. Nappa still mocks Goku and challenges him. Embarrassingly, Nappa is not able to land a single punch on Goku, who flawlessly dodges every single one of them. After entertaining him for a while, Goku takes Nappa out with a single punch to his stomach. Nappa refuses to give up and continues to fight. Goku uses Kai and lands several blows on Nappa, one for each of his fallen friends. Anger overcomes Nappa and he fires a break cannon at him, but Goku uses Kamehameha to counter it. Afterwards, Vegeta tells Nappa to give up, as he is a weakling in front of Goku. Nappa tries to go for Krillin and Gohan. Goku uses Kaioken finish and breaks Nappa's back, rendering him useless. Vegeta calls Goku's move foolish for making such a move, as his body will experience extreme strain. Goku ignores him and advises him to leave Earth and get Nappa some medical help. Nappa begs Vegeta to help him, which angers him even more, and he fires a powerful blast at Nappa, ultimately finishing him off. Goku takes Vegeta to a different location so as to not mess up his friends' bodies during their fight. After reaching the Gizzard Wasteland, the fight between the two formidable foes commences. The battle seems fairly even until Vegeta lands some attacks on Goku, making him realize that he is a tough opponent. Goku powers up to Kaioken and manages to land a hit on Vegeta. At Kame House, everyone is trying to watch the battle on the crystal ball, but the energy from Goku and Vegeta's battle is disrupting the Earth's energy, making the battle hard to watch. Bulma tries to access Goku's power level by using Raditz's Scouter, but the power reaches 21,000, resulting in the Scouter's explosion. Vegeta continues to take the beating from Goku, who is currently under Kaioken threefold. He soon reaches his patience and decides to use a Gallic Gun attack to perish Goku alongside his precious planet. Goku uses his Kaioken threefold Kamehameha to counter it, but he powers up after realizing that threefold might not be enough. Kaioken X4 completely overwhelms Vegeta's attack. Goku's body is exhausted and out of energy as a result of using Kaioken fourfold powers. Vegeta still doesn't give up and tells him about his trump card, that is Blood's Wave, which causes a reaction in the Saiyans. Afterward, he creates a small artificial moon. Even though it has no effect on Goku, Vegeta transforms into a great ape. Gohan and Krillin become worried about Goku and decide to go back and help him in any way possible. Goku tries his best to fight the monster with his exhausted body, but the giant monkey overpowers him with his strength and agility. The only way for Goku to win is to create a spirit bomb, and for this trick to work, he blinds Vegeta with a solar flare and tries to create some distance between them in order to prepare the spirit bomb. Goku manages to gather all the energy required for the spirit bomb, and just as he is about to fire, Vegeta manages to catch up and hits Goku with a Gallic Blaster, making him lose all the spirit bomb energy. Goku currently has no other way to fight. Vegeta corners him and crushes both his legs by stepping on them. Goku retaliates by attacking and blinding one of his eyes. Vegeta doesn't let this attack slide and begins to squeeze Goku to his demise. Gohan and Krillin arrive at the scene, and after getting the necessary information from Yajirobe, they cook up a plan. Gohan yells at Vegeta to release his father, and taking advantage of Vegeta's lack of attention, Krillin launches an attack, but he avoids it. Luckily, Yajirobe manages to cut his tail off with his sword. Vegeta, overwhelmed with rage, starts beating Gohan mercilessly. Krillin tries to help him but ends up getting destroyed by Vegeta. Gohan remembers the wise words from his father and begins fighting Vegeta with everything he got. Meanwhile, Krillin makes his way towards Goku, who gives him the last of his energy to make a spirit bomb and finish Vegeta off once and for all. Vegeta's quick movements made it harder for Krillin to aim. However, he listens to King Kai's advice and fires the spirit bomb at him. He notices it and manages to dodge the bomb. However, Gohan bounces it off, and eventually the spirit bomb ends up hitting Vegeta spot on. The battle is over after Vegeta is sent into the sky by the spirit bomb's immense power. After a while, Vegeta's body falls on the ground, revealing that he is still alive. Even though he is on stops and is startled seeing Gohan's tail, Gohan can easily turn into a great ape whenever he wants with the help of blood waves. Vegeta tries to eliminate Gohan but is stopped by Yajirobe, who tries his best to beat him, but Vegeta overpowers him. Goku takes this opportunity and tells Gohan to transform into a giant ape. After transformation, Gohan overwhelms Vegeta, but somehow he manages to cut his tail off. Luckily, before turning back to his original body, Gohan crushes Vegeta under his massive body, taking out the remaining power he had left. Vegeta makes up his mind to escape and activates a space pod. Krillin notices that Vegeta is trying to run away and is just about to eliminate Vegeta, but stops after Goku's call to spare him. Vegeta gets into his pod and goes off into space, swearing revenge on all the Earthlings. Bulma and the others arrive and carry Goku along with Krillin and Gohan into the ship. After a while, Gohan wakes up and everyone praises him for his hard work. Meanwhile, Bulma makes Krillin tell them the secret he is hiding. According to Krillin, they can visit planet Namek and acquire more Dragon Balls in order to resurrect their fallen comrades. Everyone has high hopes instead of Bulma, who is a realist. Krillin plans to visit the planet with the help of space pods that the Saiyans left on Earth. All of them are admitted to Wukong Hospital and are set to be discharged in a matter of days except Goku. Everyone gets to know about the scientist extracting the space pod, prompting Bulma to press a button on the remote and making the ship explode. Fortunately, Mr. Popo tells them that Kami's house is a spaceship itself that they can use. After arriving at his house, the spaceship starts functioning after Mr. Popo commands it in Namekian language. To test the ship, they set the location to Jupiter, and in an instant, Bulma and Mr. Popo arrive at the destination. After successfully taking the first test flight, all of them get full of hope once again. Bulma and the others plan to make the journey to planet Namek as soon as possible. Bulma, along with Krillin, plans to go to Namek. Gohan betrays his mom and plans to go with them and try his best to resurrect his fallen teacher. Once all the preparations are complete, they embark on their journey to planet Namek to steal some Dragon Balls. On their way to Namek, their spacecraft runs into a dangerous group of mini spaceships. Without a second thought, the small ships attack them. After managing to escape the hostile ships, they are drawn into a large spacecraft. After leaving their own spaceship, all three of them start exploring the giant spacecraft. After a short exploration, the ship crew surrounds them and points their guns at them. All the crew mistake them for followers of the evil Frieza. Soon after, the ship runs into an asteroid storm, and as it starts to fall apart, Gohan and Krillin save some of the crew by holding the debris. Seeing how they saved their crew makes them believe that they are not the followers of Frieza. The ship crew soon let all three of them leave. After sailing through to space, their spacecraft finally arrives at the planet Namek. The ships make a rough landing by falling off of a cliff, knocking all three of them unconscious. Later, they gain consciousness and find two Nameks called Raiti and Zakro standing in front of them. They both decide to help them look for Dragon Balls further. Meanwhile, Vegeta lands on planet Frieza 79. The Frieza soldiers help him and place him in a rejuvenation tank to help Vegeta heal faster. After a while, they find the location of the first Dragon Ball, which is in a lake, specifically under a boulder. The second one was inside a cave. Afterward, they locate another Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball is under a lake of acid, and Gohan decides to go fetch the ball while wearing a special suit. However, the cord holding him breaks, and Gohan at the nick of time uses Masenko to give him a boost to help him get out of the acid lake. Afterward, all of them go to the desert along with Zakro to locate the next Dragon Ball. The Dragon Balls appear to be inside a tornado. Gohan enters the tornado and manages to snatch the Dragon Ball. Later, they all head to the forest to find the next Dragon Ball. They go inside a castle to search for it, where a giant is sleeping. The Dragon Ball is on the giant's earring. After a desperate attempt to steal from the sleepy giant, he wakes up and they all run away using a toy plane. Meanwhile, Vegeta seems to be healing and recovering his body. Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan try to retrieve the Dragon Ball from an ice cave. The cave starts collapsing and the two unknown figures make a boulder to chase them. After reaching the exit, they fly off, holding Bulma, who is unable to fly on her own. The location of the 7th Dragon Ball is the same location they had previously visited. As soon as Bulma tries to retrieve it, Raiti and Zakro take her hostage. On the other hand, Vegeta finally wakes up and leaves for Namek after hearing that Frieza is already on the planet. Raiti and Zakro unveil their true form and tell them that they are not Namekians. The creatures reveal that all the Dragon Balls and the surroundings are an illusion, and they are on a different planet. After managing to beat Raiti and Zakro, the three of them manage to get away and this time land on the real deal instead of a wannabe Namek. After landing, their Dragon Radar could detect a lot of Dragon Balls nearby. However, suddenly another space pod lands nearby, and it's none other than Vegeta. On the other hand, Frieza has already started collecting the Dragon Balls with the help of his henchmen. Vegeta plans to finish him once and for all. After picking up some strange energy, Frieza's assistant, Zarbon, sends his men to investigate. Luckily, Krillin and Gohan beat the two weaklings very easily, whereas Vegeta is challenged by a soldier called Kui. Zarbon sends two more men to investigate the energy. They manage to break their ship, but Krillin and Gohan still overpowered these two. Vegeta's power has also increased from 18,000 to 24,000 after recovery, and he beats Kui flawlessly. Frieza and his henchmen head over to a village in order to find more Dragon Balls. Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan are hiding in a cave when Frieza and his henchmen pass by. After finding out that they currently possess 4 Dragon Balls, they decide to follow them. Bulma informs the others on Earth and her message reaches Goku. Yajirobe brings senzu beans and Goku fully restores his health after eating one. Goku is now on his way to Namek on the space pod he arrived on Earth as a baby. Frieza and his soldiers reach a village and start bullying the common people. 3 warrior Namekians arrive to defend the people and eliminate the threats. They are able to eliminate all the weaker soldiers and destroy all the scouters so they can't find Dragon Balls any further. One of Frieza's men, Dodoria, eliminates 2 warriors and heads over to finish the third one. Frieza starts torturing the Namekians to tell him the location of the other Dragon Balls. Gohan couldn't bear watching, and after kicking Dodoria, he manages to take Dende away. Dodoria follows them and fires energy waves, hitting Krillin spot on. Krillin headbutts Dodoria and gets away. Afterward, Krillin and Gohan use solar flares to make the pink alien blind and use this opportunity to escape and hide. Dodoria, unable to find Krillin and Gohan, runs into Vegeta. He tells him that Frieza is the one who destroyed his homeland, thinking that Vegeta, who loves to destroy planets, will spare him. Unfortunately, he couldn't have been more wrong, as after eliminating Dodoria, Vegeta tries to find Gohan and Krillin, but he's unable to locate them. For now, Vegeta focuses on finding the Dragon Balls. Goku is on his way to Namek and will reach the planet in 6 days. Dr. Brief tells Goku that his ship is damaged and he needs to repair it himself. As he is repairing the broken parts, Dr. Brief informs him about his current trajectory and the fact that he could be swallowed by a star. Unable to reach the control panel in time, he uses Kamehameha to change his trajectory from the stars. While on planet Namek, Vegeta finds the location of a Dragon Ball and asks the village elder to hand it over. After refusing to hand over the Dragon Ball, Vegeta starts attacking the villagers. He attacks every single one of the villagers and leaves the elder for the last. After eliminating the leader, he steals the Dragon Ball and throws it in a lake so Frieza can't find it. On the other hand, King Kai tells Goku that Piccolo, Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu have arrived to train under him. After hearing the good news, Goku is both surprised and glad. King Kai advises Goku not to go near Frieza, but Piccolo tells Goku to do so. Even though Goku agrees with Piccolo, King Kai tells him that Frieza is the strongest entity in the universe, and he is no match for him. Meanwhile, Krillin and the others try to go and find the last Dragon Ball before Frieza does, but to their surprise, Vegeta had already taken it from the village. Krillin lowers his energy levels so Vegeta can't sense him. However, he still senses Zarbin and goes to fight the sturdy fellow. King Kai is busy training the Z warriors. Meanwhile, the fight between Vegeta and Zarbin has commenced. Zarbin, after struggling for a while, transforms into his real form and dominates Vegeta in every aspect. Goku is now training under 50 times the gravity in order to become stronger than Frieza and Vegeta. Even though Vegeta is trying his best, he is no match for Zarbin in his current state. Vegeta loses the fight and barely survives, but makes up his mind to take revenge. Dende and Krillin go to meet up with the eldest Namek. The Namekian leader has high hopes for Krillin and his comrades. He uses his special powers to increase Krillin's potential as a fighter. The Namek handed over the Dragon Ball to Krillin, and now it is his duty to protect the last Dragon Ball with his life. One of Frieza's henchmen finds the village that Vegeta had previously attacked and reports the incident to Frieza. Everyone seems to be diligently practicing and training under King Kai. They're having a practice fight. Piccolo versus Chaozu, Tien, and Yamcha. It seemed like Piccolo overwhelmed them, but King Kai rewinds the situation, and now the three of them take down Piccolo. Apule is checking on Vegeta's situation and is sort of disappointed in his abilities, as according to him, Vegeta is supposed to be much stronger. Just as he is mocking Vegeta, he wakes up and takes his leave after destroying the recovery chamber. Zarbin and Frieza run towards the recovery chamber. Frieza and Zarbin find out that Vegeta has escaped. Zarbin goes out to look for him while Vegeta is still inside the ship. He finds the 5 Dragon Balls and takes his leave along with them. He throws the Dragon Balls in the countryside and takes a swim underwater so that Zarbin can't find him. After getting out, he spots Krillin with the Dragon Ball and gives him a chase. However, Zarbin catches the unusual tension in the air and recognizes Vegeta and starts chasing him as well. Krillin arrives at where Bulma is hiding, but unfortunately, the other two come along. Bulma finds Zarbin very handsome and starts simping without knowing who he really is and just how strong Zarbin is. On the other hand, Goku is still practicing in high gravity, and everything is fine until a magnetic storm causes the gravity machine inside the spaceship to malfunction. Goku is now experiencing the most brutal gravity he has ever felt, and will continue to until the spacecraft escapes the magnetic storm. Meanwhile, the fight between Vegeta and Zarbin has already started. Both of them seem commendable fighters, but this time, Vegeta seems to have the upper hand. In the end, Vegeta finally defeats Zarbin. Afterward, Vegeta threatens to eliminate Bulma and Krillin if they don't hand over their Dragon Ball, and after collecting all the Dragon Balls, he leaves. Little did he know that Gohan had already stolen one of his Dragon Balls from the lake. After Zarbin's demise, Frieza calls on the Jin-Yu Force, which is the strongest team in the universe and 5 times stronger than Goku. Vegeta meets up with Gohan, who is carrying the ball. Fortunately, Gohan manages to dodge Vegeta's questions and safely brings the last Dragon Ball to Bulma and Krillin. Krillin takes Gohan to the Namek Elder to awaken his powers, while Bulma is responsible for the Dragon Ball. Frieza gets mad and starts blasting things, causing an earthquake. The earthquake makes the Dragon Ball fall into the ocean. Bulma follows it in a submarine. She accidentally goes deeper and deeper and sees a bunch of what she thought were pearls. However, they were actually crab eggs. A baby crab hatches from the egg. After saving the baby crab from a falling rock, Bulma takes the Dragon Ball back to the surface, only to be taken hostage by 2 of Frieza's henchmen. The 2 henchmen who capture Bulma are called Blueberry and Raspberry respectively. They start forcing her to tell them the location of the other Dragon Balls. Bulma manages to make a fool out of them by telling them that there are hundreds of them underwater. All three of them go to check them out. After fooling the henchmen with goofy names, Bulma comes back up while they are attacked by the mother crab. Gohan and Krillin are on their way to Namek Elder. Unfortunately, Vegeta is also after them. On the other hand, Frieza's strongest warriors are also on their way. Krillin tries to hold off Vegeta until Gohan goes to get his inner power awakened. As both of them are about to fight Vegeta, they all feel a different sort of energy approaching. They quickly realize that it is not Goku, but the Jin-Yu Force. Vegeta starts panicking and tells Krillin to hand over the last Dragon Ball, or all of them would meet their demise by the hands of the Jin-Yu Force. Krillin decides to help Vegeta. The Jin-Yu Force lands on Namek and introduces themselves one by one to Frieza. Just as Vegeta is about to use the powers of the Dragon Balls, all the members of the Jin-Yu Force arrive. They ask to hand over the Dragon Balls. Vegeta tries to throw the balls away in a desperate attempt, but the Jin-Yu Force manages to catch them all. As Krillin is about to destroy the last one, Guldo steals it from him. While the captain goes to deliver the Dragon Balls to Frieza, the other members play rock, paper, scissors to decide who will be fighting them first. After an intense match of rock, paper, scissors, the remaining members of the Jin-Yu Force decided that Guldo will take Krillin and Gohan, while Recoome takes Vegeta. At the start, Gohan and Krillin are holding on their own against Guldo, but he starts making use of some tricks, resulting in both of them being pushed back. Just as Guldo was about to finish the two, Vegeta steps in and eliminates Guldo, saving both of them. Every single member of the Jin-Yu Force is surprised and startled to suddenly lose a team member. The fight between Vegeta and Recoome finally commences. Vegeta lands the first strike and continues to land several blows. However, they're not dealing much damage to Recoome. After a while, the tables turn and Recoome starts overwhelming Vegeta to the point that he is about to get terminated by him. Luckily, Gohan arrives in the nick of time, saving Vegeta while Krillin distracts Recoome and takes him on his own. However, just as expected, he was not someone who could face Recoome and win easily. Recoome beats the living hell out of him, and seeing him in his current situation motivates Gohan to fight Recoome. Gohan powers up and attacks Recoome but fails to land the first blow. Gohan uses his ultimate ability, Masenko, only to be dodged by Recoome flawlessly. Even though GC and Burter are surprised seeing how they thought to be the small fry being this powerful. After getting beaten to a pulp, Gohan still refuses to give up and attacks Recoome. Recoome, who is tired of the fight, decided to nearly end it by breaking Gohan's neck and spine. They experience something else landing on the surface of Namek, but they have no idea who that person might be. The mysterious person is none other than Goku. He arrives right on time and saves Gohan from Recoome. Afterward, he gives Senzu beans to Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin so they can be healed. Recoome is confident that he can take Goku himself and tries to attack, but Goku easily dodges all his punches. Recoome becomes even angrier and powers up. Just as he is about to attack Goku, Recoome gets punched right on the stomach by Goku and is out of the battle. Everyone is impressed seeing Goku's power. Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin are now fully healed and ready to fight alongside Goku. Jis and Burter are now facing Goku. They're not scared of him and start to attack, but Goku doesn't seem to be taking a single hit. Vegeta, after seeing the super speed and reaction of Goku, realizes that he might be one of the last Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan is a very rare type of Saiyan, and the last known one was said to be already dead. Goku's movement has become so fast and flawless that a Saiyan prince like Vegeta was unable to follow his movements. Jis and Burter get pissed that there is someone faster than them and start attacking him at the same time. Both Jis and Burter try their every attack as well as targeting Goku from every direction at the same time, but it doesn't seem to have an effect on Goku. He is still in control. After a while of realizing that it's not working out, Jis leaves the fight to Burter while he flies away in order to call and inform about the current situation to their captain. Goku also tells Krillin and Gohan to go and search for the missing Dragon Balls using the radar. The captain soon arrives at the battlefield to face Goku and Vegeta. As soon as Captain Jinyu attacks Goku, Vegeta abandons him and flies off somewhere else. While Vegeta is heading to Frieza's spaceship, Goku is busy fighting the captain. Bulma finds out that all the Dragon Balls are together and rushes to collect them. Geese helps the captain by attacking Goku, but he scolds him for interrupting his fight and threatens him to never do it again. The captain tells Goku that he is not an opponent he can defeat easily by using limited power. Goku agrees and starts to power up to the point that both Captain and Geese are surprised. Goku keeps on powering up and reaches 140,000. At this point, both Geese and Captain know that he is not a force to reckon with. Nail arrives at Elder Guru's place as he wants to be with him during his last hour. Gohan and Krillin go to search for Bulma. They start tracking her by the track of her vehicle, just to discover that she has already left. Frieza appears at Guru's place in order to ask the password to activate the Dragon Balls. He tells him that he can't kill Guru or the Dragon Balls will never work. Guru puts Nail forward and orders him to fight Frieza as he is one of the most talented Namek to exist. Nail takes Frieza away to fight. After a while, Frieza becomes impatient and tells Nail to start fighting. Frieza takes Nail using only one hand and rips his hand out. Nail backs off and starts regenerating his limp. Bulma is about to be eaten by a dinosaur, but Gohan and Krillin arrive at the right time and save her. Meanwhile, Captain takes off his scouter and gives it to Jisa. He starts powering up. Captain uses an ability called Body Change, causing both of them to switch bodies with each other. He was sure that he had defeated Goku and flew towards the ship. Goku, even though he is struggling with the injured body, tries his best to follow them. Vegeta arrives at Frieza's ship, and after eliminating every single guard, he starts looking for the Dragon Balls. Later, Gohan and Krillin arrive at the ship, and Vegeta hides in order to stack them. They find the Dragon Balls, but realize that they need a password. Afterward, the Captain and Geese arrive. Krillin mistakes Captain for Goku, but Gohan informs him that his father can never have these poor manners. Soon, Goku also arrives and tells the whole situation. The Captain tries to yield the full power and starts powering up, trying to reach the 180,000 power level in Goku's body. Captain powers up to the maximum point only to find out that his power level is still a mere 23,000. Goku tells him that a strong mind is also needed and his weak mind can never accomplish such a feat. Gohan and Krillin start fighting the Captain and overwhelm him until he gets the hang of Goku's body and turns the tables. Nail tries to buy as much time as possible for Dende to tell the password to the Earthlings. Vegeta joins the fight and easily eliminates Geese. Afterward, he goes on to fight the Captain and completely overpowers him, but the Captain has a secret plan. He plans to switch bodies with Vegeta. Just as the Captain is about to switch bodies with Vegeta, Goku comes in between, allowing him to get inside his real body. Vegeta continues to fight the Captain, and as he is about to use his body switching ability again, Goku throws a frog at him, making him switch bodies with a tiny weak frog. Afterward, Vegeta takes them all inside the ship and puts Goku inside a healing machine. They all get equipped with battle armors. However, Krillin soon realizes that Frieza might arrive and goes out to Guru in order to ask for the password, leaving Gohan alone with Vegeta. Vegeta tells Gohan to look after the Dragon Ball while he goes into hibernation mode. Dende meets up with Krillin and tells him the password to summon the dragon. Krillin plans to take away the Dragon Balls while Vegeta is sleeping and make the wish before he wakes up. The fight between Frieza and Nail has reached its conclusion, with Frieza being the victor. He tells Frieza that this fight was to buy them time, and he dashes out in order to find Dende and ask him for the password. Meanwhile, after taking the Dragon Balls at a safer distance, Krillin and Gohan call out to the dragon, who lets them know that they have a total of 3 wishes. Gohan and Krillin contact King Kai to take advice, as one wish could only revive one person. Piccolo tells Gohan to revive him, as the Earth Dragon Ball and Kami will be restored. They use the first 2 wishes to revive Piccolo and teleport him to Namek. However, he gets teleported to a random location and must travel all the way to reach them. Vegeta soon wakes up and realizes that Gohan and Krillin betrayed him. He goes after them and tells them to ask for his immortality. They refuse, and while they are between their arguments, the dragon disappears as Guru has sadly passed away. Vegeta gets furious, and as he is about to smack the two of them, Frieza arrives at the scene and starts to power up. On the other hand, Piccolo, who is on his way, notices Nail. Nail advises him to unite with him, which will undoubtedly make him stronger and save Nail's life as well, so two birds with one stone. After finishing his power-up, Frieza begins fighting Vegeta. Krillin and Gohan try to attack Frieza, but they are just in the way. Vegeta starts to power up as well and reaches the same level as Frieza. Having no other choice, Frieza decides to transform similar to how Zarbon did. Upon seeing that Vegeta doesn't care much, he begins his transformation. Frieza's transformation reveals a white armor covering his body. Frieza compares Vegeta with his dad and tells him a story from a long time ago, when King Vegeta had agreed to give his son Vegeta to Frieza. However, when Frieza arrives and asks for Vegeta, the king rejects the offer and starts attacking Frieza's spaceship. The king tried to get back his son but ended up meeting his demise at the hands of Frieza. Frieza took Vegeta with him and blew the planet of Scions. The story doesn't affect Vegeta much and he continues his fight. Afterward, Frieza undergoes his true transformation and claims to have reached the 1 million power level. He demonstrates by causing a tsunami and goes for Krillin right after. Krillin, trying to protect Dende, gets stabbed by Frieza. Frieza plays with Krillin until he is unconscious and then throws him in the water. Gohan, who is enraged, attacks Frieza, making him fall on the ground. Gohan keeps on attacking her while Dende manages to retrieve Krillin's body. All the attacks Gohan made had no effect on Frieza, and now he is concentrated on Gohan. Vegeta tries to slide in and attack but can't do harm to him. Frieza begins beating the hell out of Gohan, ultimately deciding to crush his head. Vegeta is lost and has no idea what to do in this situation. Frieza continues to beat Gohan until Krillin appears and throws a Destructo Disc at him, cutting a part of his tail. Frieza leaves Gohan and goes after Krillin, who takes him to a maze-like rock. Afterward, Krillin returns to the battlefield after blinding Frieza with a solar flare. Dende uses a special technique to fully heal Gohan. Later, all three of them are ready to take Frieza and they fire a barrage of energy, as expected, having no effect on Frieza. Suddenly, an unknown figure arrives, and to everyone's surprise, it is Piccolo. He announces to take Frieza by himself and swore to avenge his fallen comrades. That fight between Piccolo and Frieza finally begins. Piccolo seems to be holding his own against her. Vegeta loses his shit and tries to escape, but Frieza attacks him, making him immobile for the time being. Dende is relieved after sensing Nail's presence inside Piccolo. Afterward, Piccolo uses his maximum power to throw an attack, and Frieza launches an energy beam at him as well. However, Piccolo deflects it back and it ends up hitting Frieza. Surprisingly, Frieza blocks the attack and comes out unharmed. Piccolo finally removes his weighted clothes and turns the tables around. However, Frieza reveals that his current transformation is the first one and he has 2 more left. Piccolo allows Frieza to transform in his third form, increasing both his strength and agility. Frieza starts to dominate Piccolo without giving him any chance. Remembering how Dende heals Gohan gave Vegeta an idea. Gohan flew towards Piccolo to help, and as Krillin is about to follow, Vegeta stops him. He asks Krillin to beat him instead, which makes him confused, even though it is one of his goals to do so. Gohan went to help Piccolo and attacked Frieza with a Wild Rush Blaster. Frieza manages to throw it back. Fortunately, Piccolo saves Gohan by blocking the attack. Frieza starts to suspect that Gohan might be a Saiyan and Raditz son, as he hasn't met Goku yet. Frieza decides to transform into his final form. While he is transforming, Krillin attacks Vegeta, but Dende refuses to heal him. After everyone convinces him, Dende finally heals Vegeta and he is stronger than ever. On the other hand, Frieza also finishes his transformation. After transforming to his final form, the first thing Frieza does is eliminate Dende so that no one can get healed. Enraged, Krillin, Gohan, and Piccolo fire multiple attacks at him. However, Frieza, thanks to his final form, has reached the speed faster than light and dodges all their attacks. Vegeta intervenes and claims to have transformed into a Super Saiyan who will fight Frieza alone. He does put some pressure on him, but after a while, he realizes the power difference and is shocked regarding the fact that he is not a Super Saiyan after all. Vegeta keeps on attacking Frieza but has little to no success. Vegeta finally throws his most powerful attack, but Frieza throws it back at him. Even though Vegeta dodges it, he has no energy left to fight. Frieza keeps on beating him and ultimately wraps his tail around Vegeta and starts beating him like a punching bag. Meanwhile, Goku feels Frieza's power level rising and subsequently hears a beep sound, signifying that his recovery is finished. Goku is now on his way to help his friends who are in dire need. As Frieza is about to finish Vegeta off, Goku arrives. Frieza recognizes Goku as the son of Bardock, the last Saiyan to confront him. Frieza attacks Goku, but he seamlessly dodges all his attacks. Vegeta starts laughing and mocking Frieza, which results in him receiving a death beam through its heart. As he is on his last breaths, Vegeta tells Goku not to be so soft on him like he was with Nappa and the Jin-Yu Force. Vegeta further informs him about what Frieza did to his father and the whole Saiyan planet. Goku finally understands everything, and after burying Vegeta, he makes up his mind to avenge everyone. The fight between Frieza and Goku finally commences. Frieza realizes that Goku is the strongest Saiyan he has fought. The intensity of their battle starts destroying parts of Namek. Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin are having trouble just watching how fierce their fight is. Frieza realizes that he can't beat Goku that easily and tries to drown Goku under a lava tsunami. Goku fortunately protects himself using an energy shield. Due to his attacks, the magma becomes unstable, resulting in a lava eruption. Goku tells Frieza to have some decorum and leave Namek out of their fight, but Frieza tells him that his soft heart will result in his downfall. Frieza understands that it was Goku who beat his elite force and not Vegeta. During their fight, Frieza throws Goku underwater. Goku realizes that Frieza can't detect his presence without a scouter, resulting in him attacking Frieza from behind. Frieza sends a huge landmass towards Goku, resulting in him crashing into another part of land. Frieza traps Goku with an ability called Imprisonment Ball that will explode if anyone else touches it except for Frieza. Goku gets hit several times until he hits the ground, resulting in a huge explosion. However, just as Piccolo expected, Goku comes out unharmed. Frieza becomes confident enough and tells Goku that he can beat him without using his hands. Meanwhile, Bulma is traveling across Namek with a frog who, coincidentally, is none other than Captain Jin-Yu. Later, the frog expresses human-like behavior, prompting Bulma to strap a machine that can translate his words. Jin-Yu uses this opportunity and switches bodies with Bulma. On the other hand, Frieza uses his tail to restrict Goku. Goku uses his ultimate ability and bites his tail until Frieza punches him back. Goku starts mocking him for using his hands. Frieza tells Goku that he is aware of him not using his full strength. Frieza boasts and informs Goku that his 50% power should be enough to beat Goku. He starts powering up afterwards. Whereas Jin-Yu on a jet bike arrives at the battlefield and joins the others to watch the ultimate battle. After powering up, Goku realizes that he was not bluffing. Frieza completely dominates Goku in every aspect. Simultaneously, Krillin and Gohan realize that something feels different about Bulma, and eventually Jin-Yu reveals himself and tells them that he has taken over her body. Jin-Yu, in a desperate attempt, tries to switch his body with Piccolo, but Gohan throws the frog at him once again. This father-like son moment makes Bulma return to her original body while Jin-Yu is stuck being a frog. Frieza continues beating Goku around and eventually tries to drown him. A vision of his planet's destruction by Frieza's hands enrages him and he gets out. Goku uses Kaioken 20-fold and attacks Frieza with a Kaioken Kamehameha. Unfortunately, Frieza somehow manages to survive the brutal attack. Goku's powerful attack measly burns Frieza's palm, whereas Goku is completely out of strength. Frieza keeps on beating Goku mercilessly. Goku is near giving up when he experiences yet another vision. This time, Vegeta, his father, and King Vegeta appear, telling him to fight and give it his all. After the vision dissipates, Goku tries to fight once more but is struck back down. Meanwhile, the Jin-Yu Force, who were eliminated, arrive on King Kai's planet. As a last option, Goku raises his hand in the air. Frieza thinks that he is shamefully surrendering in front of his son. However, Gohan, Piccolo, and Krillin realize that he is preparing to attack Frieza with a spirit bomb. Frieza gets tired of waiting and starts hitting him, but Goku still keeps his hand up. On the other hand, the Jinyu Force starts doing goofy stuff and destroying King Kai's property. The Z Fighters warn them and ask them to leave. After a while, Frieza notices the Spirit Bomb reflection and prepares to put an end to Goku. Piccolo, who asked Gohan and Krillin to transfer their energy to him, arrives to help Goku and kick Frieza right in the face. Frieza is now focused on Piccolo, while on King Kai's planet, the Z Fighters have decided to fight and scare off the Jinyu Force. On King Kai's planet, Yamcha is fighting Raccoon, Tien is fighting Burter and Jeese, while Chaozu is busy with Guldo. While on Namek, Piccolo is beaten to a pulp and has no energy to do anything else. Gohan and Krillin try to divert Frieza's attention by firing energy blasts, but it has no effect on him. All their useless struggle makes Frieza furious, and he prepares to fire a death ball on Namek, completely and utterly destroying the planet. Little does he know that Goku's Spirit Bomb is complete, and soon after he hits Frieza with it. The blast throws everyone away and leaves a giant hole on Namek's surface. Unexpectedly, Goku, Piccolo, and Frieza are nowhere to be seen. Piccolo finally emerges and brings Goku along. While on the King Kai planet, the Z Fighters finally defeat the Jinyu squad and force them off the island. Just when Goku and the others are about to leave, all of them are left in awe seeing Frieza, who is still alive. Frieza showcases her anger at them by firing a death beam at Goku, but Piccolo takes the hit instead, resulting in him badly wounded. Frieza takes his revenge from Krillin for cutting off his tail by detonating the key inside of him, eliminating Krillin for good. Afterward, Frieza tells Goku that he is coming for his son. Seeing the sudden demise of his friends makes Goku furious beyond measure, and he transforms into a Super Saiyan. Goku orders Gohan to take Piccolo and Krillin and leave the place. As Gohan and the others are leaving, Frieza tries to attack them, but Goku closes in and crushes his hand. Goku lectures him for being a ruthless maniac who eliminates everything that comes in his way without remorse. Frieza, after struggling, finally frees his hand from Goku's powerful grip. Frieza tries to insult the Saiyan's race, but Goku remains unfazed. He starts throwing every ability he can think of towards Goku. He even manages to dodge a death beam that Frieza throws at him and all the attacks that follow. Goku finally has become the being Frieza is scared of. Frieza desperately questions Goku how he has become so powerful. Gohan finally reaches Goku's ship, and after leaving Piccolo, he goes to search for Bulma. Frieza soon realizes that he can no longer beat Goku in his current state and fires an attack at Namek's core. Soon after, Frieza realizes that he held back a lot and it will take a total of 5 minutes for the core to explode. Frieza tells Goku that he is still at a disadvantage as Goku can't breathe in space while Frieza can. However, Goku is confident that he can beat this weakling within 5 minutes. Frieza tells him that he will reach his maximum power and defeat Goku. Frieza fires a powerful Ki at Goku, but he remains fairly unharmed. After telling Goku that he only used 70% of his strength, Goku wants him to power up to his maximum capability. King Kai tries warning Goku about his 100% strength, but Goku ignores it. Meanwhile, Gohan is able to find Bulma and takes her to the spacecraft. Frieza powers up to 100% and the fight commences. Goku seems to be getting slightly pushed but starts to get used to Frieza's insane speed and agility. Goku mocks Frieza and in response, he knees Goku in the stomach. Now both at their maximum power, they are ready to take each other on. Mr. Popo manages to gather all the Dragon Balls on Earth. Nevertheless, King Kai comes up with a plan to revive everyone on Namek by using the wish and then use the Dragon Balls on planet Namek to restore the lives of their fallen comrades. Bulma tries to leave Namek on the ship, but Gohan refuses and tells her to wait for Goku. Meanwhile, Goku slowly starts to get used to Frieza's full strength. Frieza tries his best to deal some damage by flying at him at full speed, but Goku counterattacks using a Kamehameha. Meanwhile, Mr. Popo calls the dragon Shenron and asks it to restore everyone's life on planet Namek. Shenron grants their wish, reviving everyone including Vegeta. Frieza couldn't handle the Kamehameha anymore and flew away from it, attacking Goku and taking him underground. Gohan feels Goku's power dissipate and leaves Bulma to go help Goku. He tries fighting Frieza and stall time so he can explode along the planet. Frieza quickly realizes his plan and starts focusing on Gohan. With the revival of Guru, Porunga also returns. Gohan tries to escape, but Frieza doesn't let him. Soon after, Gohan senses Goku's energy and he emerges from the hole, ordering Gohan to leave while he fights Frieza. King Kai contacts Guru and asks him to wish for everyone on Namek to be teleported to Earth. Guru orders Dende to go and make the wish. From afar, Frieza catches a glimpse of Porunga and flies towards it. Just as he is about to ask for immortality, he realizes that Dende already made the wish, and everyone instantly gets teleported. Frieza informs Goku that he will be the reason for his own demise. However, Goku has other plans and tells Frieza that now he can fight him with his full strength. After getting teleported to Earth, Guru explains the reason to everyone. Piccolo is surprised after hearing of Goku's brave act and recalls the times he has spent with Goku. Vegeta, even though he is sad that Goku might meet his demise, tries to hide it. He offers Gohan to join him and rule the universe, but he declines. Afterward, he threatens to use the Dragon Balls to wish for immortality just to find that they have turned into stones. On the other hand, the fight between Goku and Frieza continues. Frieza fires a death ball, but Goku easily dodges it. With only 1 minute remaining till Namek explodes, they both become serious. Bulma tries to calm her nerves by trying a fortune-telling game, which unexpectedly tells that Goku will meet his demise, but Gohan disagrees. On Namek, Goku lands a powerful blow on Frieza's stomach, signaling towards his defeat. Goku tells Frieza that his power level is going down and is not worth the trouble to fight with. As Goku is about to leave, Frieza fires a death saucer at him. Goku notices it and, having no other choice, transforms back to his Super Saiyan form and moves towards Frieza. Goku comes near Frieza and flies away at the last second, but Frieza anticipates his move and dodges the energy discs. The second time, Goku tries the trick again but uses dust to cover his view. Frieza barely manages to dodge the attack, but is elbowed down by Goku. For the third time, he comes close to Frieza and fires a blast near his feet. Just as Frieza is about to answer back, he is sliced in half by his own attack. Goku finally won the battle, and King Kai couldn't believe that Goku was able to accomplish such a feat. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Frieza asks Goku to transfer some energy so he can escape as well. Goku, being the kind-hearted hero, obliges even though King Kai warns him not to do so. Guru realizes that it is time for his demise, and everyone gathers around him. He gives the Dragon Ball powers to Mori, and before passing away, he informs Gohan that both Krillin and Chaozu can be brought back using the powers of Porunga. Goku tries to fly away and escape the planet. Frieza recalls the whole battle, and his ego takes over him. Not accepting defeat from a mere Saiyan, he throws an energy beam at him only to get overpowered by Goku, resulting in his demise once and for all. After putting him down, Goku desperately searches for a way to leave the planet before it explodes. Goku manages to find Frieza's ship, but it is broken beyond repair. Goku finally realizes that there is no hope, and eventually the planet explodes. King Kai tries his best to form contact but fails. He relays the sad news of Goku's demise to planet Earth. Bulma seems calm as, according to her, Goku can be revived using Porunga's powers. King Kai crushes her hopes by telling her that they will be revived where they got eliminated. And as Namek doesn't exist, both Goku and Krillin will just die due to lack of oxygen. Vegeta tries to hide his pain by showing happiness on Goku's demise. Gohan starts to retaliate and he flies off after saying that he can't face the truth like a man. Vegeta gives them the idea to wish for Krillin and Goku to be teleported to Earth's check-in station and then wish for their revival. Everyone is hopeful again and thanks Vegeta for using his brain once again. Later, they use the power of Porunga to bring Krillin back. However, Goku can't be revived as he is already alive. He tells them that he will arrive on Earth on his own. Later, Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu are brought back to life. The Earthlings use their last wish to teleport the Namekians to a newly discovered planet which has a similar atmosphere to Namek. While Gohan is busy studying, he feels a massive key making its way towards Earth. He instantly realizes that the key doesn't belong to Goku, but it is none other than Frieza. Everyone, including Krillin, Yamcha, and Vegeta, also feels this presence. Frieza arrives on Earth with his father, King Cold. Goku is following them in his own spaceship, but it would take him some time to arrive. King Cold asks Frieza if he can destroy the planet, but Frieza tells him that he wants to eliminate Goku's friends one by one and watch Goku suffer. After Namek exploded, Frieza was barely alive. Luckily, his father, King Cold, who already knew that his son was having a hard time defeating a Saiyan, went to aid him. He came across the defeated Frieza and brought him back to his planet. After putting all his parts together, Frieza fully recovered and was stronger than ever. He insisted on traveling to Earth and destroying it once and for all. After arriving on Earth, Frieza tells his henchmen to go and eliminate each and every person who is friends with Goku. Suddenly, an unknown person appears and slashes all the soldiers. The mysterious person eliminates all the guards that Frieza sent for him. He reveals that he knows Goku and is a Super Saiyan himself. Frieza takes it as a bluff, but after seeing him power up, realizes that it's the truth. The unknown person completely tanks Frieza's supernova without taking any damage and slices Frieza in half in front of his father. King Cold tries to bribe the boy called Trunks, but he refuses. Afterward, he sneakily tries to attack him, only to meet his demise by his hands. The Z-Fighters are surprised to see his strength. Trunks takes them to the exact location where Goku will land. Everyone asks him different questions, but he kindly declines to answer any of them. Soon after, Goku arrives. He is surprised to find out that they knew his landing spot. Trunks asks to have a chat with Goku in private. He reveals his secret and tells him that he came from the future and is the son of Bulma and Vegeta. He informs Goku that in a few years, Dr. Gero will make androids which will result in the destruction of humanity. All the Z-Fighters will be eliminated. He requests Goku to eliminate Dr. Gero before it's too late, and he returns to his timeline. Piccolo, who just eavesdropped, tells the others everything. 3 years have passed since the future Trunk visited them. All the Z-Warriors, except for Vegeta and Chaozu, visit Amenbo Island to confront the androids. Yajirobe arrives to deliver Senzu beans, and his car is shot down by androids called Android 19 and Android 20. They both terrorize the city, and Yamcha overhears a girl screaming. He confronts the two of them just to get badly wounded in a battle with them. An explosion alerts the Z-Fighters, who are on their way to help Yamcha. The Z-Fighters arrive at the scene just in time, and Goku orders to give Yamcha a Senzu bean so he can survive. He takes the androids to a further location to fight. Surprisingly, they already know his name, and after inquiring about it, the android tells him that they have studied him in all his fights on Earth. However, they are unaware of his Super Saiyan transformation. They believe that even his new form can't defeat them. Even though Krillin can sense Goku's energy, he can't sense androids as they don't have ki. Piccolo starts to worry about the outcome of the battle as Goku is giving his all and the android still doesn't seem to be harmed in any way. Goku fires a Kamehameha and the androids absorb it, rejuvenating himself. Piccolo notices that Goku is clutching his heart and realizes that the heart disease came quicker than expected. After receiving a beating from the androids, Goku is unable to keep his Super Saiyan form and transforms back. The android starts draining Goku's energy using a device. They all try to help Goku, but Android 20 comes in their way and badly injures Piccolo. Vegeta finally arrives and saves Goku from getting his energy drained. While the others take Goku home, Vegeta surprises everyone by transforming into a Super Saiyan. Vegeta starts fighting the two androids. He beats Android 19 and rips off both its arms, eventually firing a Big Bang attack on him, which blows it into pieces. Seeing the fate of Android 19, Android 20 decides to flee. Piccolo, Gohan, Tien, and Krillin decide to help Vegeta find Android 20. Vegeta gets impatient and fires a photon bomber, but the android absorbs it. He plans to absorb more energy so it can fight Vegeta on equal terms. Android 20 tries to attack Piccolo and draw his energy. However, Gohan manages to save him by attacking it with a double axe handle. Piccolo decides to take the android on its own. Android 20 is surprised to see Piccolo is stronger than he expected. The future Trunks returns and heads over to the Allies. Coincidentally, Vegeta finds out that the future Trunks is his son and is a little proud but hides his feelings. Trunks tells everyone that something is different as he has never seen these androids. Vegeta tries to follow Android 20 but he gets away. Trunks reveals that it is Android 17 and 18 that terrorize the future. Piccolo suggests visiting the lab and destroying it before Dr. Gero can awaken the rest of the androids. Vegeta instantly flies off in order to take care of them. Bulma seems relieved after finding out that her son doesn't look like his gnarly father. Piccolo orders Gohan to take Bulma home while he, Tien, and Krillin fly towards the lab. Dr. Gero notices the Z fighters approaching and starts to panic, trying his best to awaken the rest of the androids before their arrival. On their way home, Gohan realizes the condition his father was in and changes his route to go see him first, taking Bulma and Yajirobe with him. The Z fighters arrive at the lab and split up to search for the deranged doctor. Dr. Gero heads towards his lab and Krillin notices this and informs the other members. As the Z fighters are trying their best to break in, Dr. Gero uses this opportunity to activate Android 17 and Android 18. Vegeta and Trunks also arrive at the location. They are now up against another pair of androids. Android 17 quickly eliminates Dr. Gero, while Android 18's curiosity gets the best of her and she tries to activate Android 16. Trunks tries to stop them, but they manage to activate it and then order it to eliminate Goku. They all head over to Goku's location. Vegeta and the others follow, whereas Goku still hasn't gained consciousness. Vegeta arrives at the battlefield and challenges the three androids to fight him head-on. Seeing his massive ego, the androids start laughing at him and ask Android 16 to fight him. However, he refuses as it is against his primary order. Finally, Android 18 agrees to take him on, and the battle commences. The fight between Android 18 and Vegeta begins. All of the Z warriors also arrive to witness it. Vegeta orders them not to interfere and headbutts 18 in the gut, sending her flying into a mountain. She looks surprised and starts to absolutely dominate Vegeta, blocking every single attack of his and beating him non-stop. Trunks rushes to help after 18 breaks his arm with a kick. Android 17 joins the battle and beats Trunks until he is unconscious. Meanwhile, the other Z fighters are also humiliated by the androids, and Vegeta tries his best to fight Android 18, but she ends the fight after he passes out and reverts back to his original form. All three fly off after telling Krillin that killing Goku is a game to them. After eating senzu beans, Vegeta flies off in anger while the others move towards Goku. Piccolo, however, goes somewhere else. Krillin thinks that Piccolo is trying to fuse with Kami, while Vegeta, enraged, starts causing his power to erupt. Kami tells Piccolo that he still has a lot to learn before he can make his wish come true. Android 16, 17, and 18 hijacks a vehicle and starts driving it to Goku's home. A gang of bikers tries to harass Android 18, but she turns their day from good to worse in a few seconds. The police arrive, and after throwing the police car in a mountain, they continue on their journey. Krillin and Trunks arrive at Goku's house and start to put Goku in a plane and take him elsewhere. Goku seems to be experiencing a nightmare while Vegeta makes up his mind to work hard and improve even more. In the plane, Krillin calls Bulma and she tells future Trunks that they have found an old rusty vehicle that has a Capsule Corporation logo. Coincidentally, it is the same time machine Trunks came in, and even future Bulma was barely able to make one for him. Trunks decides to go and take a look with Gohan. They arrive at the ship's location and alongside Bulma start investigating. Once they check the insides, they find an unidentifiable empty egg. Trunks finds out that the ship landed 4 years ago and his pilot is responsible for a change in timeline. Afterward, they go to Kame House and discuss their findings with others. Everyone is gathered at the Kame House while Bulma and the others are on their way. Bulma tells them to check the TV, and they find out that the creature causing trouble in Ginger Town is connected to the time machine they found, and it can be more dangerous than the androids. Kami finally agrees to fuse with Piccolo, and after finishing up with fusion, Piccolo flies towards Ginger Town. Piccolo stumbles upon a green monster who seems to be eliminating and sucking energy from common people. Piccolo starts attacking him and seems to have the upper hand. His attacks do some damage but do not fully finish him off. Later, the monster starts using Kamehameha, and Piccolo, along with the others, are confused as to how he knows this technique. The unknown monster stabs Piccolo with its tail and starts sucking his energy. He manages to escape, but his arm is all messed up. The creature reveals that its name is Cell, and also informs him how Dr. Gero ended up taking DNA from Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, King Cold, and Piccolo. Cell plans to absorb Android 17 and 18 and become a complete being. Piccolo regrows a new arm, and the battle continues. Cell leaves as soon as Krillin and Trunks arrive. He travels to a city called Nikki Town. He sucks the whole football team along with their coaches. Piccolo becomes mad that he lets Cell get away. Vegeta arrives and asks regarding his transformation, however, becomes jealous of Piccolo's new powers. Afterward, Piccolo informs everyone regarding the Cell's intentions. Trunks and Krillin go off to the lab, while Piccolo and Tien travel to Nikki Town in order to find Cell. After arriving at the lab, they find an underground passage and destroy everything along with the present Cell after collecting android construction plans. Piccolo and Tien lose Cell once again as he hides in a building. Afterward, Trunks goes to train with Vegeta while Krillin takes the android's plans to Bulma. Cell attacks an airport, and while fighting Krillin, he notices Piccolo arriving and he quickly escapes. The Z-Fighters return to the Kame House to check Cell's next course of actions. Soon, the Z-Fighters go to the South City after watching a news report regarding Cell. Meanwhile, Chi-Chi realizes that Goku is not in his bed and has finally woken up. Goku reassures her by saying that he will become stronger than a Super Saiyan. Goku teleports inside the airplane, and all the Z-Fighters are happy to see him. He informs them about a method to do years worth of training in a single day. Goku takes Vegeta, Trunks, and Gohan to the hyperbolic time chamber, while the androids challenge Piccolo to a fight after he refuses to give Goku's location. Fight between Piccolo and Android 17 begins. Both of them seem to be giving each other a hard time. Bulma, on the other hand, is working hard to make a shutdown remote for androids. Piccolo rains 17 down with Hellzone grenades, but he comes out unharmed thanks to his android barrier. Cell senses the presence of Piccolo and starts traveling in his direction as he is now strong enough to take him on. Bulma finally manages to create a remote to shut down androids. Meanwhile, the battle between Piccolo and Android 17 is going strong. They both are giving each other everything, but Piccolo stops and stares at the Cell who has arrived at the battlefield. The androids think that they can easily beat them, but Cell thinks otherwise. Piccolo alerts the androids about Cell's plan. Cell tries to attack Android 17, but Piccolo ends up saving his life. Piccolo now starts fighting Cell, however, his attacks are causing little to no harm. Cell impales him with an energy called Sia. Everyone is shocked seeing Cell's action. Gohan tries to help, but Goku stops him and asks Vegeta and Trunks to hurry up. Android 17 starts fighting with Cell after thinking that Piccolo passed away. However, he still gets beaten around, and just as Cell is about to absorb his powers, Android 16 intervenes and starts fighting him, claiming to have equal power levels. Android 16 manages to cut Cell's tail. However, he grows it right back, thanking Piccolo for the regeneration ability. Android 16 hits Cell with a powerful ability called Hell's Flash, but he still comes out unharmed. Cell catches Android 17 and finally absorbs him, transforming into a more powerful being. Android 16 tries to run alongside 18, but Cell catches up to them and hits him so hard that 16 falls on the ground motionless. Cell uses 17's voice to mess with 18. Now, it's all up to Tien to stop Cell from progressing further. Tien tries his best to keep Cell at bay, but his energy quickly diminishes, making him unable to fight. Just as Cell is about to finish Tien, Goku arrives and teleports to Kame House with both Tien and Piccolo. After feeding them Senzu beans, everyone is ready to join the battle once again. Mr. Popo arrives and informs them that Vegeta and Trunks have finally exited the hyperbolic time chamber. Vegeta comes out confident that he can fight Cell on his own and easily win. Bulma also arrives at the lookout and brings battle armor for everyone to wear. Vegeta leaves the lookout to battle Cell, whereas Cell is still searching for Android 16 and 18. Finally, Goku and Gohan enter the hyperbolic time chamber. Just as Cell's about to blow the island where androids are hiding, Vegeta appears and challenges Cell. Meanwhile, Gohan experiences tenfold Earth gravity, and Goku tells him that he will be training him. Vegeta finally reveals the second grade of Super Saiyan and starts bullying Cell. Everyone is surprised to see Vegeta's newly formed powers. Vegeta continues the beating and starts toying with Cell. Inside the hyperbolic time chamber, Goku teaches Gohan to become a Super Saiyan. He manages to transform, but just for a few seconds. Krillin wants to watch Vegeta fight, but sticks to his task of shutting down the androids and moves towards the island. Vegeta is still not giving Cell a chance and keeps on destroying him. Vegeta dodges all his attacks and remains unharmed. Inside the chamber, Gohan makes up his mind and asks Goku to train him. Vegeta tells Cell that he has no chance of winning as his son is almost as strong. Cell tries to persuade Vegeta into letting him absorb Android 18. Cell tells him that if he were to become perfect, he would be the strongest being on the planet. Meanwhile, Krillin stops Android 18 but hesitates to press the button as he has fallen for a robot. Krillin ends up destroying the remote. Vegeta allows Cell to absorb Android 18 and becomes stronger, but Trunks comes in his way and stops him. Vegeta starts attacking his son to stop him from coming in Cell's way. Everyone tries their luck in stopping Cell but fails. Ultimately, Trunks attacks Vegeta and flies off to stop Cell. He manages to slow him down, but Cell uses a solar flare and uses the opportunity to absorb Android 18. On planet New Namek, Dende tells Mori that Cell has become powerful enough to destroy the whole universe. Cell transforms completely, and his transformation makes the earth shake. In the chamber, Goku and Gohan decide to train even harder after a peaceful bath, whereas Krillin starts regretting his actions of destroying the remote and furiously attacks Cell. Trunks joins him too, but their attacks have no effect on him, and he nearly eliminates Krillin with a single kick. Krillin gets angry at Trunks for not using his hidden powers, and he tells him that he had become stronger than his father and doesn't want Vegeta to know about this. Vegeta keeps on trying to beat Cell, but he keeps on avoiding and taking zero damage. Others realize that Vegeta might lose the fight as he is blinded by his rage. As a last option, Vegeta uses an attack called Final Flash, strong enough that it severs Cell's arm and torso. Cell reminds Vegeta about his regeneration ability and instantly regenerates his arms and torso. Cell begins to fight seriously and beat the hell out of Vegeta. However, he quickly notices Trunks powering up and is surprised how strong he is compared to his father. After powering up, Trunks tells Krillin to give Vegeta Senzu Beans. Trunks went ahead to fight Cell and absolutely demolished him. Cell still seems to be at a disadvantage, but somehow manages to strike a few punches on Trunks. At Kami's place, Piccolo is amazed to see Trunks' new power. Trunks start to power up even more, and Cell watches with anticipation as an intense battle is about to occur. Trunks experiences a flashback where Android 17 and 18 eliminates all the Z fighters. Only Gohan and Trunks survive, and even Gohan is unable to fight the androids. Cell also tells a story about how he eliminates anyone who comes in his way. Later, the battle begins. Trunks tells Cell that he is the first person to experience the true power of a Saiyan. He starts to power up even more while Krillin is able to feed Vegeta a Senzu Bean. Inside the chamber, Goku manages to transform into an Ultra Super Saiyan. After a long battle, Trunks is not able to beat Cell. Cell is amused and gives the warriors 10 days to prepare for a tournament and decides to test his abilities on Goku. After finding out about the tournament, Android 16 decides that he will be helping them. Later, everyone gathers at Bulma's place to talk about the tournament. Master Roshi starts informing others about the past tournaments. On the other hand, Cell is busy laying out the groundwork for the tournament. Goku and Gohan finally come out of the hyperbolic time chamber and start eating food like madmen. Trunks informs Goku about what happened while he was away. While Android 16 is getting fixed by Bulma, Goku teleports to Cell. He informs him that he will be Cell's first opponent. He tells others to use the chamber as much as they like, as Goku and Gohan will only train outside from now on. The day of the tournament is slowly coming closer, and everyone is busy giving it their all to train and become the best versions of themselves. Everything seemed fine until the foolish royal military attacked Cell, and as expected, it resulted in their demise. However, Goku is now determined to bring them back. Goku teleports to King Kai, thinking that if he were to bring a new guardian of the Dragon Balls to Earth, they might be able to wish again. They try to persuade Dende to become the guardian of Earth, and he agrees. Dende tells them that the dragon can only grant 2 wishes, and Goku goes out to find the Dragon Balls. The Cell tournament finally begins. Hercule, a martial arts champion, arrives to take on Cell. The Z Warriors along with Android 16 also appear. Android 16 tells Goku that he is programmed to eliminate Goku, but chooses not to. Goku decides to be the first one to fight Cell, but Krillin tells him to let Hercule go first. After the small fry took their chances, it was now time for Goku to step in the ring. The match finally starts and both of them start exchanging blows with each other. Goku nearly knocks Cell out of the arena, but Cell tells everyone that he's toying with Goku. After a while of trading punches, both of them decide that it is finally time to get serious. Goku starts to power up and everyone is amazed. They both continue their fight. After landing some punches, Cell uses Tien's ability and multiplies into 4 clones. However, Goku quickly tricks him into being one. Afterward, he uses Frieza's disc attack but does no damage. Lastly, Cell steals Goku's cells and learns the ability of instant transmission. Cell becomes fast and Goku suddenly starts to lose the upper hand. Goku starts getting hurt. The ring blows and now they fight until one of them meets their demise. Unexpectedly, Goku powers up a Kamehameha and uses instant transmission to teleport and make a direct hit on Cell. The enemy can be seen lying on the ground with his head and arms. Everyone thinks that Cell is eliminated, except for Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin, who are aware of his regenerating abilities. He instantly regenerates, but both of them start to lose energy. The fight between them is almost on equal terms, and they both manage to trade the attacks they are hit with. Surprisingly, Goku says something that shocks the whole crowd. Goku tells Cell that he gives up. Goku steps down and picks Gohan as the next fighter. Gohan barely manages to dodge Cell's attacks, but one of them sends him flying. Everyone thinks that Gohan is done for, but he emerges and tells Cell the reason his dad picked him is due to how powerful he becomes when faced with tragedy. Cell gets pumped up and starts attacking Gohan and the fight continues. Android 16 tries to interfere in their fight and gets smashed into pieces by Cell. Cell takes out a Stinger and a lot of Cell Juniors start attacking Goku's friends. While they are fighting, Cell persuades Gohan to show his real powers. Upon 16's request, Hercule throws him near Gohan and 16 advises him to fight for something he believes in. Cell gets tired of his yapping and crushes his head. Gohan, after powering up, eliminates all the Cell Juniors and gives Senzu beans to his friends. Experiencing his power firsthand, Cell gets mad and shows Gohan his true power. However, to his surprise, he still can't hit Gohan. Blood starts coming out of Cell's mouth after getting punched by a kid. Cell couldn't believe his eyes and was dumbfounded. After getting hit by Gohan's Kamehameha, Cell ends up losing some of his body parts. Gohan keeps on beating Cell until he starts to expand and tells everyone that he will self-destruct. Goku, after saying his goodbyes and praising his son, teleports to King Kai's planet along with Cell. He self-destructs, causing everyone's demise. Goku apologizes to King Kai, but realizes Cell isn't present with them, which means that the sturdy fellow might be still alive. After Cell reappears and beats both Vegeta and Trunks, he starts to power up an attack to destroy Earth once and for all. Gohan, who has almost given up, is encouraged by the spirit of his father and he realizes his duty. Gohan powers up a Kamehameha of his own and throws it towards Cell to counter his energy beam. Gohan's Kamehameha and Cell's energy beam keeps on overpowering each other until Gohan finally gives it his all and finishes Cell for good. Afterward, the dragon Shenron is summoned to revive the comrades who passed away. They are able to revive Trunks but can't revive Goku as he has already been revived once. Everyone reminisces about the happy memories they had with Goku. After using the last wish to remove the bombs planted inside Android 17 and 18 bodies, Trunks goes back to the future. He finds the future Android 17 and 18 and easily eliminates them. Soon after, he also eliminates Cell using an energy wave. With this, both the future and the present is saved by the Z-Fighters from the hands of androids. Gohan tells his mom that he will be competing in the World Martial Arts Tournament with Goku, who is allowed to come back to Earth for one day. Chi-Chi initially disagrees, but allows him to partake in the tournament after hearing that he might win some cash. Goten, Gohan's younger brother and Goku's second son, helps Gohan practice for the upcoming tournament. Gohan teaches Goten how one can become a Super Saiyan. Afterward, Goten requests that Gohan teaches him how to fly. However, he's not the only one, as Videl, Gohan's classmate, arrives and requests that Gohan teaches her as well. The day of the tournament has arrived. Goku, Piccolo, Android 18, Krillin, and Vegeta enter the arena, whereas Gohan and Videl wait to enter the tournament. An announcement is made regarding the fact that the junior division fights will be held first. Krillin tells Goku that Android 18 is now married and even has a kid. It is possible, as 18 was once a human who was converted into an android by the wicked Dr. Gero. The tournament started. Trunks flawlessly beat his first opponent, and so did Goten. They both win every fight against the weaklings, and rise their way into the final match. It is Gohan versus Trunks, and these two opponents are stronger than the rest of the contestants combined. Their fight is a feat to watch, and both of them exchange blows until Trunks is deemed the victor. However, Goten is not as happy as Trunks broke the rule of turning into a Super Saiyan. The adult brackets are decided, and the main tournament starts. Krillin wins his first match flawlessly against Pintar. It is now time for Piccolo versus Shin. However, Piccolo gives up before even starting, surprising everyone. Now it's time for Videl versus Spopovich. Videl keeps on beating and knocking Spopovich down, but he keeps getting up as if he isn't fazed by the attacks. After a while, Videl starts to get exhausted, and Spopovich, using this golden chance, attacks her. Ultimately, Spopovich ends up winning his match against Videl. Gohan takes her to the hospital while Goku goes to fetch some senzu beans. Gohan enters the arena to fight his first match against Kibido. Just as the fight starts, Yamu and Spopovich drain Gohan's energy and run away. Shin, who is revealed to be the Supreme Kai along with the Z-Fighters, follow Yamu and Spopovich. On their way, Supreme Kai tells the Z-Fighters about Bibidi, who once created a monster called Majin Buu. He further tells them that Majin Buu has already destroyed several planets and had their eyes on Earth. Bibidi was eliminated by Supreme Kai, but now his son Babidi wants to revive Majin Buu. After a long chase, Yamu and Spopovich reach Babidi's hideout to give him Gohan's energy so he can use it to revive Majin Buu. The Z-Fighters land in a nearby area to stalk their actions. Babidi, as soon as he receives Gohan's energy, eliminates Spopovich. Yamu tries to run away, but is soon hunted down as well by Babidi's henchman, who eliminates him by shooting an energy blast at him. Dabura, the king of demons, turns Krillin and Piccolo into stone. In order to save their friends, the Z-Fighters enter the enemy ship. Firstly, Vegeta fights a henchman called Pui Pui. He easily beats the weakling even when Pui Pui makes the gravity heavier. Goku fights the next fight against the monster called Yakon. It tries to absorb Goku's Super Saiyan glow, but once Goku powers up to Super Saiyan 2, Yakon couldn't handle the amount and ends up exploding. Gohan finally starts fighting Dabura. Both of them are having a good fight, but Dabura starts getting the upper hand. Seeing him fight pisses Vegeta off, and he tells Gohan to finish the fight already. Dabura's interest in Vegeta increases. Vegeta ends up getting controlled by Babidi, transforming him into his once evil form. Vegeta starts attacking innocent people trying to get Goku to fight him. Goku accepts his challenge of a fight and sends Gohan and Supreme Kai to destroy Buu before he is released into the world. Goku powers up to Super Saiyan 2 and the fight finally commences. Their battle is as intense as it ever was. Both of them hit and trade attacks, not giving the upper hand to one another. Goten and Trunks learn about Majin Buu from Videl and make their way towards the Z-Fighters. Gohan and Supreme Kai wait outside. Gohan transforms into Super Saiyan in order to stop Babidi. The power extracted from Goku during his fight with Vegeta is enough for the egg to hatch. Gohan tries his best to stop that from happening, but unfortunately the egg hatches and a funny-looking alien emerges. Babidi tells Buu to obey him and eliminate Supreme Kai and Gohan. Buu obeys the order and goes after Gohan, who tries to escape. Dabura comes in his way and he ends up kicking Dabura in the face, sending him flying and crashing into a mountain. Gohan powers up to face Buu, but it has no effect on him. Goku tells Vegeta to stop fighting and assist the other in their fight against Buu. However, Vegeta knocks Goku out as he wants to face Buu alone. Supreme Kai tries his best to hold on against the maniac monster, but his mental techniques have no effect on Buu. Buu shifts his focus towards Dabura, and after getting serious, he beats Dabura around. Buu ultimately finishes the King of Demons and devours him after turning the poor guy into a cookie. Vegeta arrives and destroys Babidi's ship. Babidi, enraged, orders Buu to eliminate Vegeta. The fight between Buu and the Prince of Saiyan, Vegeta, finally begins. The fight is going smoothly with Vegeta having the upper hand. Trunks tries to assist his father, but Vegeta knocks both the boys out and asks Krillin and Piccolo to take them away. Vegeta decides to end this battle and attacks Buu with his final explosion, resulting in his demise as well. After Vegeta successfully blew himself up in order to eliminate the alien, Piccolo and Krillin, along with the kids, went to check out the damage. Small pink blobs start moving towards each other and ultimately merge into one, eventually regenerating Buu. Vegeta ended up taking his life for nothing. On the other hand, Bulma, Yamcha, Master Roshi, Chi-Chi, Android 18, and Videl are trying their best to search for every single Dragon Ball. Goku finally wakes up and uses his transportation ability to take Piccolo and Krillin to get healed by Dende. Bulma uses the Dragon Balls to call Shenron, eventually making the wish for everyone expired by Vegeta to be revived. The dragon revives Kibito, who finds Supreme Kai and Gohan. He manages to rescue Supreme Kai, but they take Gohan to their own planet in order to heal him better. Goku delivers the news of Gohan and Vegeta's demise to everyone. Meanwhile, Babidi warns the people of Earth that he will destroy their world if they don't surrender Goten, Trunks, and Piccolo within 5 days. Babidi is searching for the Earthlings who retaliate against them, while on the other hand, Gohan is in another world. Gohan is with Supreme Kai and Kibito and is training as hard as he can. He ends up pulling the legendary Z-Sword from its resting place, something even Supreme Kai couldn't accomplish. On Earth, Goku starts teaching Goten and Trunks fusion. Suddenly, they get to know that Babidi will be blowing up the West City and the Dragon Radar. Goku goes and tries to stall, and Trunks flies off to retrieve the Dragon Radar. Goku tries to stall for time by exceeding he has turned into clay earlier. Before leaving Earth, Goku finally says his goodbyes and returns to the other world with Baba. After Goku left, Piccolo became the tutor and started teaching the boys more stuff about fusion. After Goku returns to the other world, he hears something from King Yemma that surprises him. According to King Yemma, Gohan is still alive and is on Supreme Kai's planet. Gohan is polishing his skills to become stronger and is training with the Z-Sword. Gohan's hidden talent. Goten and Trunks are finally able to fuse together, but it doesn't work out in the beginning. Sometimes they are too fat and sometimes they are too skinny. After trying for a bunch of times, they successfully fuse, and Piccolo wants them to stay in fusion for at least 30 minutes to learn the technique. Afterward, Goten becomes overconfident and tries to take Buu on his own, only to get embarrassingly defeated. Buu's evil thoughts took a separate physical form. It is now time for Buu to fight his evil desires, literally. After a tough battle, the good Boo is turned into chocolate and is devoured by the evil one. He is then turned into chocolate and is devoured by the evil one. This results in a weird transformation, giving Boo a new form that is never seen before. Boo tries to find the strongest warriors to fight against, but when Piccolo is unable to give him one, he attacks the common people. However, to calm him down, they take him to the hyperbolic time chamber and tell him to go inside. Surprisingly, Trunks and Goten are already inside the chamber. However, once Boo arrives, they will need to fight him in their fusion form and give him a battle that Boo is satisfied with. Trunks and Goten have finally fused together in order to try and defeat the monstrous being. The anticipated battle finally begins. Gotenks tries their best to fight him with everything they have got, but their attacks don't seem to do noticeable damage to Boo. While the two of them are fighting the evilest being, their family and friends are waiting outside the chamber, thinking what the result of this fierce fight might be. Boo gets tired and leaves the chamber in order to find new opponents. While the other members of the Z Fighters are holding him back, the Gotenks arrives, and this time they have finally transformed into Super Saiyan 3 by taking note of what Goku had taught them. Seeing their powers rise pumps Boo up, and he starts powering up as well. It's now time for round 2 of their fight. Seeing how the Gotenks have started to be pressurized by Boo and are losing their control at a rapid tempo, Gohan makes a surprising entrance. Gotenks and Gohan vs. Boo starts. Gotenks and Gohan vs. Boo begins. They both start to completely demolish Boo, who can't seem to damage them in any way. As a desperate attempt, Boo explodes himself and tries to take the Gotenks with him. However, Gohan doesn't think that it's the end, and according to him, Boo must have a secret technique he's been hiding. After a while, Boo returns and has a trick up his sleeve. He absorbs the powers of Gotenks and Piccolo flawlessly and is now overflowing with Super Saiyan's energies. Due to the increase in energy, both his strength and his battle IQ has increased exponentially. Unluckily, as Goku and Vegeta are not present on the planet, Gotenks and Piccolo's powers get absorbed. Gohan is the only person who is left to take on the evil being. Goku and Gohan plan to join forces or bodies and eliminate Boo. However, their plans are ruined when Gohan's energy is absorbed by the incarnation of evil. Surprisingly, another person appears just at the right time. It is Vegeta. He agrees to join bodies with Goku, transforming into a new Saiyan warrior. Even though Boo is impressed by the effort they are putting into battle, he still doesn't take them seriously and thinks of them as weaker beings. Vegito completely dominates Boo in their fight. Boo can't seem to hold himself together and keeps on getting attacked. The fusion of two rivals makes the perfect team, and Boo can't seem to get the upper hand. Vegito keeps on toying with Boo, and his anger keeps on rising more and more. Eventually, Boo uses its signature move and devours them seamlessly, but soon realizes that the battle is far from over, as now his own body has become his enemy. Inside Boo's body, the transforming reverts, and now Vegeta and Goku are separated. After searching for a short while, they come across Gohan and the others who are strapped inside of pots. As soon as they free them, Boo transforms back into his previous form, as none of them are strong enough to do it alone, but Vegeta refuses. Afterwards, Super Boo appears inside his own mind and starts battling the invaders. No matter how many times they defeat him, he always reappears unscratched. Vegeta and Goku attack him using their combined strength, but it still doesn't have any effect on him. Goku tries to blast a hole in Boo's head in order to escape, but it quickly regenerates. Later, Vegeta is attacked and knocked unconscious. Vegeta is now injured and Goku tries to save him. However, Boo starts attacking Goku and damages him enough that he is about to be eliminated. Suddenly, Vegeta breaks the main cocoon where the fat Boo is present, making all his insides seem like they are about to explode. They all ran as fast as they could and managed to get out. Boo now transforms into a usual form, which is smaller and more evil. Supreme Kai arrives and tells them that this Kid Boo form is set to be the most strongest and evilest form of Boo. Everyone is surprised about finding out such disturbing facts and are contemplating whether they have the fighting power to defeat such a monster or not. Everyone in the world of Kai wonders if this is the final form of Buu, and to answer their questions, Kibito Kai tells them that it is, and further explains the history. 5 million years ago, there used to be a Grand Supreme Kai and his subordinates called the West, North, South, and East Kai. Soon after, Buu was created and he beat all the Kais. Buu absorbed the South and Grand Supreme, and later he was sealed away, until now when he is released and is more of a menace. Back to the present, Goku thinks that Kid Buu is planning to destroy the planet, and his guess is correct, as soon after, Buu powers up an attack big enough to destroy the whole planet. They all start to panic and try to get away, but it's too late. Luckily, Kibito Kai arrives and takes Goku and Vegeta to his home planet, while their kids along with their friends are destroyed alongside Earth. Even though they are saved, they are still furious for not being able to save their sons. Goku and the others plan to bring back Earth and all the Earthlings with the help of Namek's Dragon Balls. Old Kai thinks that they shouldn't be using Dragon Balls to wish for other planets, but Goku tries to bribe him. Afterward, they all realize that Kid Buu is still very active and is traveling planet to planet, destroying every single one of them just to find Vegeta and Goku. Soon after, he reaches King Kai's planet and starts creating havoc. Krillin tries to stop him but miserably fails. On Supreme Kai's planet, Old Kai suggests Goku and Vegeta to fuse again while wearing Potara earring, which will skyrocket their chances of beating Kid Buu. However, they both refuse to do so and crush the earrings. Goku and Vegeta realize that Buu is powering up a shocking ball in order to destroy King Kai's planet, and both of them power up. Kid Buu senses their presence and starts coming towards their planet. After realizing that Kid Buu is traveling towards their planet, Goku suggested that Old Kai and Kibito Kai take the other and teleport to a distant planet. They agree with him and soon teleport, planning to watch the fight on a crystal ball. Humorously, they forget taking Mr. Satan with them, and he is left alone with the two Saiyan. After everyone left, Goku and Vegeta played rock, paper, scissors to decide who would be fighting Kid Buu first. Goku ends up winning and is the first to take on Kid Buu. Everything, including the destruction of Earth, his friend and family, starts replaying in his head. This all makes him furious and he transforms into Super Saiyan 2. The fight begins, however, Goku can't seem to land any hits or do visible amounts of damage to Kid Buu. In the end, as a last resort, Goku transforms into Super Saiyan 3. The fight between Goku and Buu continues. Buu seems to be pushing Super Saiyan 3 to his limits. The two fighters are on equal footing and doing equal amounts of damage to each other. The entire universe is cheering for Goku, from all the people from other planets, people in heaven, people in hell, and even Babidi wants Goku to win as he is the last hope of saving the universe from complete destruction. Goku starts to lose his power slowly and eventually becomes powerless. Just as he is about to meet his demise, Vegeta steps in and tries to fight Buu, but he too is beaten fairly easily. Goku transforms into Super Saiyan 3 once more and starts fighting Buu once again. Seeing Goku fight made Vegeta realize that Goku always fights for the things he loves instead of fighting for his pride like him. He finally starts to understand Goku and his respect for him grows. Goku is still fighting Buu even when he should have given up a while ago. Goku realizes that his powers are starting to vanish slowly, but there is nothing he can do. He knows that he can't drag it out much longer and tries to end it as quickly as possible. Vegeta enters the battle and takes the place of Goku after realizing that he needs some time to gather more energy to maintain his Super Saiyan 3 and erase Kid Buu from existence. Vegeta tries his best to fight him, but Kid Buu keeps on overwhelming the proud Saiyan Prince with their difference in strength. Vegeta keeps on getting clubbered by Kid Buu's amazing strength. Just as Buu is about to finish the job, something odd occurs. Mr. Satan emerges and challenges Kid Buu head on. Everyone thinks that the old guy has lost his mind. Kid Buu can't seem to eliminate Mr. Satan, and it's due to the good Buu fighting him inside his mind. Kid Buu takes the good Buu out of his body. The battle between Kid Buu and the good Buu commences. Vegeta suggests Goku to take this time and restore his energy as much as he could. Vegeta tells Dende to go to the new Namek and wish for Earth's revival. Upon reaching Namek, Dende realizes that everything is already set for him and Porunga has also been upgraded. He wishes for every good person who died after the 25th World Martial Arts Tournament to be brought back to life. Afterward, the Earth comes back to existence along with the people. Vegeta is also revived, which makes Goku glad that he is among the good people, unlike what his behavior reflects. Goku asks Vegeta to bring their sons and Piccolo in this fight, but he assures Goku that he's got a better plan. Vegeta plans to use the energy of living beings on Earth to create a spirit bomb and attack Kid Buu with it. After agreeing to use the spirit bomb, Goku desperately waits for the people of Earth to use their energies and create a spirit bomb. But after a while, he grows out of patience. He realizes that the people might have turned a deaf ear to someone like Vegeta. Luckily, the champion of the world, Hercule, or some might say Mr. Satan, steps in. He requests the Earthlings to gather their power and they have a change of heart after hearing his request. After gathering all the energy from the Earthlings, Goku throws the spirit bomb towards Kid Buu, but due to not having enough energy, Kid Buu manages to throw it back towards Goku. Vegeta asks Dende to use the last wish and restore his energy. After gathering energy, Goku throws a spirit bomb at Kid Buu, and this time it's a direct hit, ultimately leading to Kid Buu's final defeat. Everyone is happy after defeating the universe's biggest threat. 10 years have passed since the demise of Kid Buu. Everyone is living a peaceful life. Gohan has finally studied hard and became a scholar. Trunks and Goten are teenagers and have gotten even stronger. Vegeta and Bulma are blessed with a daughter named Bulla. And that's not all, as Goku has also become a grandfather. A new world tournament is about to begin. Goku takes help from Majin Buu and cheats to get the opponent he wants. After getting matched with the mysterious fighter he wants to fight, the battle begins. The opponent, called Oob, grows stronger by the second and becomes an equal of Goku. Goku realizes he needs help in controlling his powers and decides to train him. He leaves with Oob to live in his village until he transforms him into a full-fledged warrior. So this was Dragon Ball Z from beginning to the end. Thanks for joining us on this legendary adventure. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop us a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this on your feed.